Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, I am going to be teaching you a lovely breathing practice called balanced breathing. And why is it called balanced breathing? Well, first of all, we're going to be doing our inhales and our exhales to an even count, so a balanced count. We'll be inhaling through our nose for 4 counts and then exhaling through our nose for 4 counts. It's also called balanced breathing because it's a way of bringing ourselves back into balance, to reset and rebalance when we need it during the day. So if you're feeling low or sluggish or sad, anything like that, it can kind of help to bring you back up. And if you're feeling highly stressed or anxious and need to calm down, it can bring you back here. So we're looking to find some balance. And this is a very simple exercise. Anybody can do it. And it's pretty easy to learn. A couple other things important to note about this exercise. It's also going to focus on showing us how to use our diaphragms to breathe and not our chests. And it's also going to show you how we are able to stimulate the vagus nerve using our breath. Now, the vagus nerve runs all the way through our body and is very much responsible for regulating our nervous system. And this particular practice can help enhance that effect. So to begin, we'll start with just talking about the counts. As I mentioned before, inhaling to 4 and exhaling to 4 through the nose at all times. And we do this at a slower count. We're looking to achieve about 4 to 6 breaths per minute. Now, I know that may seem like that's really slow, Megan. And it is. But we as a society, as a culture, we are tending to be overbreathers. So we breathe much more quickly than we need to. So again, we're about bringing things back into balance, slowing it down, and really filling our lungs with air. Now, secondly, beyond the diaphragmatic breath and the pace of our breath, I mentioned the vagus nerve and how we want to reset or help stimulate that. And one of the main ways we can do that, not just through the breathing itself, but in how we breathe. And there's a type of breath in yoga we call Ujjayi Breathing, most often referred to as ocean breathing. And I will show you how to do this. So imagine, if you will, you have a fogged up hand mirror in front of you. Now, how would we usually clear that off? We would go, we just kind of breathe on it and try to clear that fog off, right? Well, imagine that sound you're making with your throat, but with your mouth closed. And that's ocean breathing. So I'll demonstrate. So I'm going to go and then close my mouth. So if you can hear that, it's a little bit of a closing in the back of the throat. So when I inhale and exhale, you hear that audible noise within my throat. Now, this can take a little bit of practice and a little bit of getting used to, so don't worry if you don't get it on the first try. And if it just doesn't work for you, it's okay if you don't do the ocean breathing. Just leave it out and just inhale and exhale through your nose. Don't stress yourself out of it. That's the complete opposite point of why we're doing this exercise. But that vibration that your throat makes when you're doing the ocean breath is what also helps to enhance that vagus nerve effect that we have on the vagus nerve to stimulate and reset our nervous system. You'll get it without it, but it's just an enhancing effect. All right, so let's begin. I will demonstrate, and then we'll go through a few rounds together. Now, before we totally get started, I'm only going to walk you through maybe 4 to 5 rounds of the breath practice. And you can start there and ideally work your way up to doing it 10 rounds at a time. And you can do it anytime you need it, whenever you need a little lift or a little bit of a calming effect. All right, so let's get started. If you can get yourself comfortable, I'm in the seated position. You can also do this lying down if that's more accessible to you. So once you get a seat, relax your shoulders. You kind of want to have a nice, tall but relaxed spine and your chin parallel to the floor. And you're welcome to close your eyes or soften your gaze. But to make sure we're in touch with our diaphragmatic breathing, I'd suggest placing your left hand on your belly and your right hand over your heart. And as we breathe through this, what I want you to concentrate on is that when you inhale, belly should rise, and as you exhale, the belly should fall. What you don't want to do is be moving them here, shoulders up, chest filling. So the reason we have our hand here is to be mindful of that. So if you start to notice that this hand is moving more than the left hand is moving, you're not really engaging your diaphragmatic breath, and it's just a reminder to stop and reset. Okay? So again, I'll demonstrate once, and then you can do it with me. All right, so to begin, hand on chest and belly, I'm going to close my eyes, and then I'm going to inhale for a count of 4. And exhale. Okay, now it's your turn, and I'm going to count you through the rounds. So find your starting position, kind of take a nice cleansing breath, and I will count for you, and we'll go through about 4 rounds. So beginning now, in 3, 2, 1. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just come back to your normal breath. In, and then just open your eyes if you've had them closed, or lift your gaze. And there you go. You've just done your first practice of balanced breathing. I hope you notice the effects from it. I hope that you will continue to use this throughout your day whenever you need it. And again, you can start with 4 rounds, work your way up to 10, but just always focus on making sure, gauging that belly in and out, using your diaphragm to breathe. And hopefully you'll reap the benefits over time. Again, you only need to do this whenever you feel the need to, once a day, a couple of times a day, and it doesn't have to take much time at all. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, I do hope that you will like or subscribe to my channel. And also, if you are interested in learning more about what I do, the services I provide, and how you can work with me, all the links to my information and how you can get in touch with me are down below in the description. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful day. Be well.